grouse. To complain or grumble about something trivial, protest, gripe. He continued to grouse about the long wait at the restaurant. The workers groused over the lack of coffee in the break room. Fleece. To deceive or overcharge someone. Swindle, defraud. The con artist fleeced unsuspecting tourists with counterfeit tickets. The mechanic fleeced him, charging twice the usual rate for a simple repair. Blithe. Showing a casual or cheerful indifference often considered callous or improper. Carefree, nonchalant. She drove through the neighborhood with blithe disregard for the speed limit. His blithe attitude toward the project annoyed his more diligent teammates. Ambivalent. Having mixed or contradictory feelings about something. Conflicted, unsure. She felt ambivalent about accepting the new job, torn between excitement and fear. His ambivalent response left everyone uncertain about his true intentions. Insipid. Lacking flavor, excitement, or interest. Dull, bland. The soup was insipid, needing more spices to be palatable. His insipid lecture failed to hold the students' attention. Vapid. Offering nothing stimulating or challenging. Lifeless. Uninspiring. The vapid conversation at the party bored her to tears. The book was criticized for its vapid plot and one-dimensional characters. Ubiquitous. Present. Appearing or found everywhere. Omnipresent. Pervasive. Smartphones have become ubiquitous, seen in the hands of people across the globe. The smell of blooming flowers was ubiquitous in the spring air. Cumbersome. Large or heavy and difficult to carry or use. Slow and complicated. Unwieldy, clunky. The cumbersome suitcase was difficult to maneuver through the narrow airport aisle. His explanation was so cumbersome that no one could follow it clearly. Facetious. Treating serious issues with deliberately inappropriate humor. Flippant, tongue-in-cheek. His facetious remarks during the meeting were not appreciated by the somber attendees. She made a facetious comment about quitting, though everyone knew she was joking. Arduous. Involving or requiring strenuous effort. Difficult and tiring. Grueling, laborious. Climbing the mountain was an arduous journey that tested their endurance. Writing the thesis was an arduous task that took months of research and dedication. Presumptuous. Failing to observe the limits of what is appropriate. Overconfident. Arrogant. It was presumptuous of him to assume he would be invited to the private dinner. Her presumptuous tone offended the committee, who felt she overstepped her bounds. Pensive. Engaged in deep or serious thought. Contemplative. Reflective. He sat by the lake, pensive, reflecting on the choices he had made. Her pensive expression suggested she was lost in thoughts of the past. Circuitous. Longer than the most direct way. Indirect. Roundabout. They took a circuitous route through the countryside to avoid traffic. His circuitous explanation confused everyone in the meeting. Conscientious. Wishing to do what is right, especially to do one's work thoroughly. Diligent, responsible. She was a conscientious student who always completed her assignments on time. The doctor was conscientious, ensuring every patient received thorough care. Meticulous, showing great attention to detail, very careful and precise. Fastidious, exacting. He was meticulous in preparing the presentation, checking every slide multiple times. Her meticulous approach to the project ensured it was error-free. Convoluted. Extremely complex and difficult to follow. Complicated. Intricate. The convoluted plot of the novel left readers confused by its many twists. His convoluted argument made it hard to discern his main point. Germane. Relevant to a subject under consideration. Pertinent. Applicable. His comments were not germane to the topic being discussed in the meeting. The data provided was germane to the ongoing research and helped clarify results. Preposterous. Contrary to reason or common sense, utterly absurd. Ridiculous, ludicrous. The idea of building a skyscraper underwater seemed preposterous. His claim that he could run faster than a car was preposterous and laughable. Perfunctory. Carried out with minimum effort or reflection. Mechanical. Cursory. The clerk gave a perfunctory greeting, barely glancing up from her desk. His perfunctory response showed he wasn't truly interested in the conversation. Truculent. Eager or quick to argue or fight. Aggressively defiant. Belligerent, combative. His truculent attitude made it hard for him to get along with his coworkers. The truculent protester shouted at everyone who passed by. Austere. Severe or strict in manner, attitude, or appearance. Stern, ascetic. The monk lived an austere life, free from material indulgences. Her austere demeanor made her unapproachable to new employees. Capricious. Given to sudden and unaccountable changes of mood or behavior. Fickle, unpredictable. His capricious decisions often left his team scrambling to adapt. The capricious weather made it hard to plan outdoor activities. Defamatory. Damaging the good reputation of someone. Slanderous, libelous. The article contained defamatory statements that tarnished the celebrity's reputation. She sued the magazine for publishing defamatory lies about her career. Esoteric. Intended for or likely to be understood by only a small number of people with specialized knowledge. Obscure, arcane. The lecture on quantum mechanics was filled with esoteric terminology that baffled the audience. He wrote an esoteric book that appealed only to hardcore enthusiasts. Nascent. Just coming into existence and beginning to display signs of potential. Emerging. Budding. The nascent tech startup quickly gained attention for its innovative approach. His nascent interest in photography grew into a full-blown passion. Quintessential. Representing the most perfect or typical example of something. Ideal. Classic. Paris is the quintessential romantic city, known for its beauty and charm. The little black dress is the quintessential wardrobe staple for formal events. Unconscionable. Not right or reasonable. Morally unacceptable. Excessive, unjustifiable. The landlord's unconscionable rent increase left tenants struggling. It was unconscionable to leave the injured animal without help. Impertinent. Rude or not showing proper respect. Insolent, impolite. His impertinent question embarrassed everyone in the meeting. The impertinent child interrupted the teacher repeatedly during the lesson. Stultifying. Causing a loss of enthusiasm or excitement due to tediousness or restrictiveness. Dull, suppressive. The stultifying routine of his job left him craving change. The lengthy meeting was stultifying, with no meaningful decisions made. Ennui, a feeling of listlessness or dissatisfaction from lack of excitement. Boredom, apathy. The endless gray skies added to her sense of ennui during the winter months. He fought off ennui by picking up new hobbies to stay engaged. Effervescent, full of energy, enthusiasm, or high spirits. Vivacious, bubbly. Her effervescent personality lit up every room she entered. The effervescent drink fizzed delightfully as it was poured. Buttress. To support or strengthen something. Bolster. Reinforce. The scientists' findings buttressed the theory of climate change. They added steel beams to buttress the weakened foundation of the building. Garish. Obtrusively bright and showy, often in bad taste. Gaudy, flashy. The room was decorated in garish colors that clashed horribly. Her garish outfit attracted unwanted attention at the formal event. Hapless. Unfortunate or unlucky. Misfortunate. Ill-fated. The hapless traveler lost his passport and missed his flight. Her hapless attempts to fix the leaking pipe only made the problem worse. Cerulean. A deep sky blue color. Azure. Sapphire. The cerulean waters of the Caribbean sparkled under the bright sun. The artist used cerulean hues to paint the serene summer sky. Chartreuse. A yellow-green color. Lime green, spring green. The chartreuse curtains added a vibrant pop of color to the neutral-toned room. Her chartreuse scarf brightened up her otherwise simple outfit. Mauve. A pale purple color. Lavender. Lilac. The bridesmaids wore elegant dresses in a soft mauve hue. The artist's use of mauve in the painting created a soothing and romantic atmosphere.